Hello, my name is Keith McBride. I am a soft tissue release expert working under a massage therapy license in the state of Virginia. Before I get started today, I would like to inform you that anything that I share with you today is for informational purposes only. What I am sharing is my understanding of how to alleviate chronic pain. And what I can tell you is only the way that I would approach it in order to relieve this chronic pain myself. A major part of it is something called fascia. Fascia is a thin connective tissue that anchors itself in the bone, wraps through and around everything in your body, functions on a hydraulic system, and when it becomes traumatized or exacerbated, it clings to the underside of your skin. There have been studies that prove when fascia tightens up, muscles constrict. When fascia relaxes, muscles relax. The studies that I had seen indicate that this goes on in such a way that it almost indicates that the fascia is instructing the muscles on what to do. I would like to give you a few examples of fascia and meat that we consume that might. Second layer of skin on a chicken is fascia. If you're a hunter or from a hunting family or understand the term silver skin, that is also fascia. When we cut open a steak and it looks like marbling, but it's a webbing instead, that's fascia. I would like to tell you a little story. When I was a child, my grandmother had arthritis in her hands. Of course, I didn't understand what that meant. All I knew is that she used to rub her hands a lot, and when I would ask her why she was rubbing her hands, she informed me the reason for rubbing her hands was to alleviate the pain that was in her hands. So by rubbing her hands, it actually made her hands feel better. I didn't understand this because when I would rub my hands didn't feel any different. But I didn't have the arthritic condition, nor was the fascia in my hands tightened up to the point that it was causing pain. Now that I've gotten older and I understand what's going on with fascia, I'm starting to understand that this could very well have been a fascial condition. So when we have this chronic pain in our body, we can go to the skin of the bone and rub on the skin of the bone, which is what my grandmother was doing, to redistribute the fluid in the fascial element. By redistributing the fluid in the fascial element, we allow that fascia to start to change shape and alleviate some of the tension that exists in the fascia. Another way to allow the fascia to start to relax and no longer have the tension, coming in and just getting a hold of the skin. The further out on the edge of the skin we can go, the better off we are, because we start to get to where the skin and the fascia are coming together and sticking together. And when we pinch on the surface of the skin, we start to create a little bit of a gap between the fascia and the skin. If we facilitate movement underneath that with muscle contraction, we start to create a glide, and as we pinch, that glide opens up, kind of like sticking your finger in a zipper. So if we have a lot of inflammation, we would pinch the skin surface. If there is no inflammation and the skin is actually tight, more than likely we're going to find some spots in the bone to rub on the bone that will also alleviate the discomfort. As we do this with the fascia, we allow the fascial matrix to let go. When the fascia starts to let go, it relieves the tension underneath the fascia. We can sit there and we can dig in muscles all day long and alleviate the tension in the muscle. But in the next 2 or 3 days, when you will start to feel the discomfort again. By releasing the fascia, the same studies that I talked about earlier indicate that the muscles themselves will relax. So by relaxing these muscles, or the fascia, we relax the muscles on a more permanent basis. Now, obviously, if we keep doing the same things over and over again, which is what traumatizes or exacerbates the fascia will tighten up again. And the body's just trying to tighten up to protect itself. So by alleviating the splinting that is occurring against the skin, or by rubbing the bone, we start to allow this tissue to release itself. That'll be all on fascia for today. I'm hoping that I will continue to make videos that I actually start to work on the tissue of the video. But thank you very much for spending time with me today. If you like what I had shared with you, click like on the button below. And you have a wonderful day. Thank you for your time.